Astrology is a complex and mysterious topic, and in this video, we're going to explore the dark side of it by ranking the zodiac signs by their worst tempers. 1. Aries. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and that fiery spirit is reflected in their temperament. Aries are passionate and impulsive, and they have a short fuse when it comes to anger. When Aries gets upset, they can be loud and abusive, and they're not afraid to say hurtful things in the heat of the moment. They can also be reckless and destructive, smashing things or engaging in risky behavior when they're angry. Thankfully, Aries' temper is usually short-lived, and they quickly cool down once the initial rage has passed. However, their impulsiveness can often lead to regretted words and actions, making them one of the most difficult signs to deal with when they're angry. 2. Leo. As any astrologer will tell you, the sign of Leo is associated with many positive traits, such as courage, creativity, and playfulness. However, Leos can also have a quick temper. When they feel threatened or disrespected, they can lash out in a fiery fury. While this may seem like a negative trait, it can actually be quite helpful in some situations. For example, when someone is being threatened or attacked, Leo's instinctive reaction may be to fight back rather than cower in fear. In addition, Leos are often natural leaders, and their passion and determination can be inspirational to others. So while Leo's temper may occasionally be a source of frustration, it can also be a source of strength. 3. Sagittarius. Sagittarius is another sign with a reputation for being hot-headed. Like Aries, they are impulsive and quick to anger. However, unlike Aries, their temper is usually directed at themselves. When Sagittarius gets upset, they tend to take their frustration out on themselves through self-destructive behavior. This can manifest as risky behavior, like excessive drinking or drug use, or even physical self-harm. While Sagittarius' self-destructive tendencies may seem like a negative trait, they can actually be a sign of their deep inner turmoil. Their willingness to hurt themselves shows just how much they're struggling to cope with their emotions. 4. Gemini. Gemini is one of the most contradictory signs of the zodiac. On the one hand, they are known for being social butterflies, always flitting from one person to the next. They are also known for being intelligent and quick-witted, able to hold their own in any conversation. However, Gemini can also be flighty and fickle, unable to commit to anything or anyone for very long. As a result, they can be both the life of the party and a total scatterbrain. It's no wonder that the temper of Gemini is notoriously mercurial. One minute they can be all smiles and laughter, and the next they can be sulking and withdrawn. But whether they're up or down, Gemini always brings an air of unpredictability. 5. Libra. Libra is the sign of balance, and they strive to maintain peace and harmony in their lives. However, that doesn't mean that Libra doesn't have a temper. In fact, when Libra loses their cool, it can be quite scary. They have a habit of lashing out in a cold, calculated manner, using their words like weapons. They can be incredibly sarcastic and cutting, and they often say things that they know will hurt the people around them. Libra's passive-aggressive behavior can be difficult to deal with, but it's important to remember that it's usually a defense mechanism. Libra is simply trying to protect themselves from being hurt. 6. Aquarius. Aquarius is known for being rebellious and unconventional. They are the rebels of the zodiac, and they often pride themselves on being different from everyone else. As a result, they can be quite temperamental. When Aquarius feel misunderstood or mistreated, they will often lash out in anger. They can be very blunt and outspoken, and they're not afraid to speak their mind. Aquarius is also known for being highly intelligent, and their quick wit can be both a blessing and a curse. When Aquarius are angry, they will often use their words to hurt the people around them. But while their temper may be a source of frustration, it can also be a source of strength. 7. Scorpio. Scorpio is one of the most intense and passionate signs of the zodiac. They are known for their intensity, their passion, and their determination. When Scorpios sets their sights on something, they will stop at nothing to achieve it. And this intensity can also be a source of frustration. When Scorpios get upset, they can be very difficult to deal with. They tend to bottle up their emotions until they explode, and they can be quite manipulative. Scorpios are also known for being jealous and possessive, and their temper can often be triggered by feelings of insecurity. So if you're ever on the receiving end of a Scorpio's temper, it's important to remember that it's usually not personal. 8. Pisces. Pisces is a sensitive, emotional sign that can be easily overwhelmed by the world around them. They are compassionate and caring, but they can also be easily hurt. Pisces are often creative and imaginative, but they can also be dreamy and unrealistic. As a result, Pisces temperaments can be a bit of a mixed bag. When it comes to ranking the temperaments of the zodiac signs, Pisces comes in at a very respectable 8th place. Thanks to their sensitivity and compassion, Pisces are often able to see both sides of every issue. They are also highly intuitive, making them great at reading people and understanding their emotions. In addition, Pisces have a strong imagination, which can help them to come up with creative solutions to problems. However, Pisces can also be prone to escapism, and their temperaments can sometimes be a bit too dreamy for their own good. 9. Cancer. Cancers are notorious for their mood swings. They are highly sensitive and emotional, and they often wear their heart on their sleeve. Cancer is also a very nurturing and caring sign, but they can also be quite possessive. When Cancer feels threatened or insecure, they will often lash out in anger. They can also be quite manipulative, using their emotions to control the people around them. It's important to remember that Cancer is simply a sign that feels things very deeply. Their moodiness is usually just a result of their sensitivity and not a sign of malicious intent. 10. Virgo. Virgo is a sign associated with perfectionism. They are often very detail-oriented and analytical, and they have a tendency to be quite critical. Virgo is also a sign that is highly intelligent, but they can also be quite analytical to a fault. When Virgo gets upset, they will often try to rationalize their anger. However, this can often make the situation worse, as Virgo will simply end up feeling more frustrated. Virgo is also known for being quite shy and reserved, and their temperaments can sometimes be a bit too introverted for their own good. 11. Taurus. Taurus is a sign that is known for their stubbornness. They are very headstrong, and they often have trouble compromising. When Taurus gets upset, they will often dig their heels in and refuse to budge. However, this stubbornness can also be a source of strength. Taurus is also known for being quite reliable and dependable, and their temperaments can sometimes be a bit too stable for their own good. So, if you're ever on the receiving end of a Taurus temper, it's important to remember that they're simply standing up for what they believe in. 12. Capricorn. The sign of Capricorn is known for its drive. They are very goal-oriented, and they often have a hard time relaxing. Capricorns attempt to suppress their feelings and continue working when they are angry. But this can often make the situation worse, as Capricorn will simply end up feeling more stressed. Capricorn is also known for being quite disciplined and hardworking, and their temperaments can sometimes be a bit too serious for their own good. So if you're ever on the receiving end of a Capricorn's temper, it's important to remember that they're simply trying to stay focused on their goals. It's important to remember that everyone has a different temperament. And while some temperaments may be better suited for certain situations than others, it's ultimately up to each individual to find their own way in the world. Thanks for watching. Check out this video, Strongest and Weakest Zodiac Signs Ranked, and I'll see you in the next video.